Outside of the FDR Drive, with heavy delays from the R-State Triborough Bridge down to the 30s, all because of the earlier crash. If you're traveling along the Bruckner on the westbound side by the Bronxville Parkway, crash takes out the central lane. You are jammed back from the Whitestone. Meantime, the GWB is about 35 really for either deck. Lincoln's going to be an hour into the city. Had an earlier problem on the outbound side. Looks like that has been cleared away. Holland Tunnel is 25 to 30 from the Turnpike, and about the same from 1 and 9. Pretty big delays on the Westchester-bound Tappan Zee Bridge. Had an earlier disabled vehicle. It has been cleared away off the span, but you're jammed back to exit 14 on Spring Valley again, heading southbound along the thruway. Jammed up on the crosswalk westbound by the major bridge. The rainbow cross might be tied up back from the Sheridan Expressway. We've got Bronxton Parkway south on the way to the crosswalk as well. Freeway rules are in effect for today citywide. Our next traffic update coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Right on the move, didn't get here Friday, not too bad of a morning. Breeze around, it's hard to find it this afternoon. Breezy 62, tonight clear 46, summer colder. Get it, the upper 30s, they get those increasing clouds 62 on Thursday, and rain Friday, currently 59. And that was more warm. I mean, you're on the great city now, here's Red Wood. Well, rain, Matt Harvey struggled with the next loss in Atlanta 9-7. Harvey allowed 6 runs over 5 1/3. Jay Bruce homered twice in the loss, including a 9-inning grand slam. Jacob DeGrom's on the mound tonight against the Braves. Coverage on WOR begins at 6:05. Aaron Judge and Brett Gardner both had 2 home runs, leading the Yankees to an 11-5 win over Toronto. Judge now has 12. Masahiro Tanaka got the win. And the Rangers got a much-needed win. Beating Ottawa 4-1 at the Garden, the Rangers now trail the series 2-1. Now, here's Joe with today's top story.
Okay, Len, good morning. 4 suspects arrested after a home invasion on Long Island. President Trump comes to New York tomorrow, and angry baseball is Boston. That's deals at 8:30 on 710 WOR.
Well, if you really want to get a good night's sleep there, it's nothing like a My Pillow. 25 million Americans use it. I've been using it for a couple of years. It really makes a difference. You can't go back to a regular pillow. And now's a great time because My Pillow is still doing the 4th annual special. Half price, 50% off. You get 2 premium My Pillows, and the 2 of the smaller Go Anywhere and Travel My Pillows. Half price, 50% off. Just use the promo code WOR. That gets you the big discount. And of course, you get the 60-night money-back guarantee, the 10-year warranty. You go to mypillow.com. Mypillow.com. You get just the pillow you want. You pick the firmness, get it just the way you like it. Mypillow.com. Or if you want to call, it's 800-651-0993. 800-651-0993. Or just go to mypillow.com. mypillow.com, and get the 4-pack half price. Use the promo code WOR.
The good news, our business is growing. We have to hire again.
Searching.
Where do we look?
What if we hire the wrong person? Actually, we could use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter?
ZipRecruiter makes hiring fast and easy. With 1 click, our job will be posted to 100 leading job sites. What are the candidates any good? You bet. As soon as we post our job, ZipRecruiter starts identifying the best matches and notifies them to apply, all within minutes. Well,
Whether you're looking to fill 1 position or 20, find the best candidates fast with ZipRecruiter. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by hundreds of thousands of businesses in a variety of industries nationwide. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work. ZipRecruiter.com/work.
hi, I'm Brian Scudamore from 1-800-GOD-JUNK. Goodbye, Junk. Hello, Release. Oh, you've heard the radio ads.
Please come in. We love those ads.
Thank you. All you have to do is point. Well, now I really do have to point. The magic can't happen until you do. Awesome.
It really works. Look.
You can even work on it. Unbelievable. You play a junk and it disappears.
Coolest thing ever.
overnight through a snowstorm and got to Scranton to be the first reporter there to interview him. I stopped him and I asked him, could you just say a few words? The people of New York would like to hear what your voice sounds like. He said, the Vatican has prohibited me from speaking about this until 8 o'clock. And I said, well, I'm not going to use it till 10 after. He said, shoot.
I am anxious and eager to get to the people.
That's what I knew. We had a different kind of an archbishop.
For a gander at the Cardinals' Red Sox. If I'm ever caught with these on in New York, I'll give $50.
It's a double-edged sword because you always wanted to be a reporter and be down the middle of the road. It's kind of difficult when you have a friendship.
Retired right now, Rich.
We shared a birthday, and he would call every once in a while on my birthday. Rich, are you working? I'm working today.
I should be given the spiritual responsibility for all of 2 million Catholics in a sophisticated city as this.
ADP estimates hiring slowed in April, Wayne, compared to very high hiring in March. People suddenly created an okay 177,000 jobs last month, most in professional and business services. A restaurant owner up on Cape Canaveral says that some seasonal businesses may not even open this summer because there have been such bad delays on temporary visas for half the summer year because they'll cost America jobs too. Bloomberg says writers look like the winners from contract talks to the media companies as we suggested yesterday. They say it's because the network needs them more than ever because they have so many more competitors. To hire and stores are recruiting managers of fast food restaurants to come to work in retail. And a follow-up to yesterday's story on Coach doing better, the experts are now saying that Coach Leather and Accessories is a rare company that accepted lower sales for a couple of years in order to reinvest and reinvent the business. Now it's paying off. I'm Joe Connolly for Bloomberg and WCBS News Radio 80.
WCBS News Time, 8:27.
This is Joe Connolly. Some of the big old consumer products companies have been cutting their prices because of new competitors like Harry's Razors. Not sure they'll make any difference to me. That's how happy I am with Harry's, which still costs less. It still works better anyway. Doing so well business
we do have an accident on the eastbound side of the North Bay extension. The right lane is blocked, so just keep that in mind. Also on the Grand State Parkway southbound at 280, another crash. The right lane is also blocked, and the LIE is just a mess on the island eastbound by the Tactical Parkway, and that's all because of the collision taking out the left lane. It's a two-car pileup. Now on the Southern State westbound, that is southbound going to Merritt Avenue with another accident, and we'll take it over to Queens on the Cross Island Parkway northbound just after the Whitestone Expressway. The right lane is blocked with a wreck, and on the Bronxbound Whitestone Bridge, looks like we do have a crash at the toll plaza, so that's causing a lot of slowdowns and delays. Alternate side parking rules are in effect today citywide, protecting what matters most for over 140 years. ADT is more than a sign in your yard. It's 24/7 monitoring for your peace of mind. Visit ADT.com. Now here's Craig Allen with the latest weather forecast.
The sun is going to mix with some clouds at times. Gusty breezes, 20, 30 mile per hour gusts today, 60 to 65. Tonight, mid-40s, although cooler in the suburbs. Tomorrow, increasing clouds up around 60, and then wet weather. For Friday, only near 60 degrees. 59 now in the city. I'm Craig Allen in the WCBS Weather Center.
WCBS News Time, 8:30.
News, traffic, and weather for New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. We are WCBS News Radio 80.
Wednesday morning, May 3rd. Hi there, I'm Paul Bernay.
I'm Wayne Cabot. Now the latest. WCBS.
Allergy season is about to enter its peak. Grass pollens are catching up with the already active tree pollen.
President Trump to meet with moderate Republicans over the struggling Obamacare replacement bill.
President Trump fires off some late-night tweets in response to Hillary Clinton's claim that James Comey and WikiLeaks are partly to blame for her loss in the 2016 election.
Well, Bedminster, New Jersey gets set to host the president when he comes to the area tomorrow.
The Rangers beat the Senators in Game 3, 4-1. Ottawa leads 2-1. Aaron Judge nails 2, and the Yankees beat the Blue Jays. The Mets lose to the Braves.
8:31 WCBS News Time. A rough allergy season's about to get rougher. A potent mix of pollen is going to attack allergy sufferers. Sean Adams has more on the story. There's a grittiness in the air. Your car might sport a green coating. We are in the middle of a pollen explosion, a confluence of events. Trees and grass overlapping, says Dr. Leonard Biellerai with records. Trees actually started early during the mild winter.
But then we had a blizzard, and everything just shut down. The trees and things were back to sleep. We're a little early. We're waiting to making sure there was no snow type of thing. And everything's come back, and it's looking now. And we're still seeing maple pollen, which usually is on the earlier side of the tree. Different species of trees release their pollen over time. That's one finishes, another one starts.
But due to the blizzard, Dr. Biellerai said elm, cedar, maple, and pine are playing catch-up, releasing at the same time as oak and birch. He expects this overlap will last another week to 10 days. Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio
8:32, and President Trump will meet with 2 influential House Republicans in an effort to save his party's health care bill. GOP moderates Fred Upton and Billy Long had previously been on the no-vote side over the lack of coverage for pre-existing conditions. Upton and Long will reportedly propose $8 billion in additional funding to help cover pre-existing conditions. CBS News political director Steve Shigera says as it stands now, the Republicans' Obamacare replacement is on the edge of failure.
Our whip count allows House Republicans had 21 Republicans against this. If they get to 23, it's dead. And there are plenty of undecideds right now still. So we're in the exact opposite place where we were the first time around with this bill. The first time around it was conservatives who weren't on board, and they couldn't get this bill to the floor for a vote. Now it's moderate Republicans who aren't on board or peeling off, it seems, every day.
The House has 2 days left to make a deal before they go out on recess on May 16th.
President Trump is firing back at Hillary Clinton. Okay. Trump firing back at Hillary Clinton over comments that she made about why she lost the election. She said the Russian hackers and also the actions of the FBI Director James Comey were the reasons why, some of the reasons why she lost. Well, in response, the president tweeted last night, Comey was the best thing that ever happened to Hillary Clinton, and that he gave her a free pass for many bad deeds. That's the quote. And Twitter. The Tony Trump Russia story, he went on, was an excuse used by the Democrats as justification for losing the election. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes has more on Clinton's comments about the 2016 election.
In a Q&A on a New York stage, Clinton described a victory derailed by outside forces. I was on the way to winning until a combination of Jim Comey's letter on October 28th
And Russian WikiLeaks raised doubts in the minds of people who were inclined to vote for me but got scared off. Clinton told CNN Christiana on 4 she's writing a book about her loss, which she says has prompted some painful self-reflection. Do you take any personal responsibility? Oh, of course. I take absolute personal responsibility. I was the candidate, but I will say this. I've been in a lot of campaigns, and I'm very proud of the campaign we ran.
Clinton says now she's back to being an citizen and part of the resistance.
Her words, President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin spoke by phone yesterday, and they agreed to work on a ceasefire in Syria together. Ken Thomas, the White House reporter for the AP, says the Trump administration called the phone conversation a very good discussion.
By all indications, Putin and President Trump were able to speak constructively on Syria. There are indications that the two countries may be able to work together there. They also said that in all likelihood, President Trump and President Putin will be meeting for the first time face-to-face in July at the G20 in Germany.
The White House said that Putin and Trump discussed establishing safe zones in Syria, and that is something the Kremlin denied ever was discussed.
WCBS News Time, 8:35. President Trump will return to New York City tomorrow for the first time since moving into the White House, but the president will not be spending the night in the city. Instead, after the event at the USS Intrepid, he'll head to Trump National in Bedminster. WCBS reporter Peter Haskell spoke with the mayor of that town about what it means for the town to host the president for a weekend.
Well, I think from a point of civic pride, I think it can't help but be a good thing. Parker is also thrilled the town will be eligible for reimbursement for security expenses. He estimates each presidential visit will cost $42,000. Well, $42,000 for Bedminster's budget is about 0.5%, a little more than that, of our township's budget. Flight restrictions will be in place from Thursday night to Sunday night. Here, Haskell, what's the
Here's some good news about the restaurants we eat at in New York City. They're getting cleaner. Health Department says 93% got an A rating, up from 83% when they began their report card back in 2011.
WCBS News Time, 8:36 on a Wednesday morning. A busy one shaping up. Let's see how the assignment desk is looking. Jonathan Clark is here.
It is a busy day, and Suffolk police cannot catch a break. I just hung up with Sophia Hall. She's hearing about another possible robbery spree on Long Island. 3 targets so far. Lindenhurst was last night. That's where she's heading to investigate. We're going to see if Suffolk police has anything to say about it. So we're going to give you an update on that. And we're going to get an update from police in Carmel at 10 o'clock. There may be a break in the murder of a Manhattan woman last week. Our Sean Adams will be at Town Hall for a police news conference. We're getting reports this morning that one of her in-laws was found dead in West Harrison yesterday. Apparently it was suicide, so some sort of connection there. We're going to find out, and we'll update both those stories throughout the day. Guys?
Thank you, JC. I'm seeing here that American Airlines is going to cut 2 inches of legroom off some economy class flights. 2 inches of legroom.
That's not good for you. What are you, 6'5"?
6'7".
So you will be 6'5".
How they get in sideways.
I mean, it's at the point that you can be 5'2" and have a hard time fitting.
I'm 5'10", so I'm a little less than you guys in pain there.
Well, if somebody in front of you decides they want to recline, it's game over.
Oh, wait, you got to fly first class to be all set.
Oh, you know what? I never thought of that.
I'll get you a raise. We'll work on that.
Problem solved. There you go.
Yeah, my agent.
Is Greg a good name for a chameleon?
Searching Caribbean.
Wait,
Norwegian cruise line has ships sailing all over the world, including the Caribbean, Bermuda, Alaska, and Europe.
do they sail from around here?
Searching. They have ships sailing year-round from New York City and Miami.
Oh, and they have that free at sea promotion too, so I could choose up to 5 free offers. Like free unlimited open bar.
Like is an understatement.
Or free specialty dining.
I wish I could taste things.
I could choose free shore excursions.
Don't forget me. I have a camera.
There's free Wi-Fi.
Or you could bring friends and family for free, like your wife. Not Greg.
Maybe I should book a suite or the Haven and get all 5.
That's a win, 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 win. Norwegian Cruise Line. Feel free. Book now and get 1, 2, or all 5 offers for free, up to $2,800 in value. Visit ncl.com, call your travel professional, or call 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Ships Registry, Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
WCBS News Time, 8:38. Traffic and weather together. Tom Kaminsky, McDonald's McCafe, Shop Radio.
All right, let's start first off in Fairfield County. Still seeing the volume on the southbound side of the Connecticut Turnpike. Got a Bridgeport down for Normal, down for Stamford. The Merritt Parkway starting to get a little bit better. Seeing some breaks in it now, but still lots of volume from Fairfield. Right down through New Canaan, we've had delays southbound New York State Thruway. Slow from 303 over to 9W. More delays as you get to and across Tappan Zee, and lots of volume on Route 287 out toward the area of 86. In White Plains, we had delays in Suffolk County on the LIE. Still seeing the volume there in for Ronkonkoma Avenue, in for Vets Highway, and in for Sags Coast Parkway. Pretty standard volume on the LIE. In Nassau, as you're getting toward 135, and again, more delays at the Queens line. Southern states, still lots of volume, 135 right into Hempstead Avenue. And then we head back over to Queens. We still have very big delays on the Grand Central. Getting to Kew Gardens, a little bit of a break until you get to about the LIE, and then it turns heavy from there over to Northern Boulevard, right over to LaGuardia Airport, and then heavier still as you get onto the RFK Bridge through all the construction at that spot. We've also had delays at the Queensbound Whitestone Bridge. We have the new construction pattern there as you come out of the toll plaza, and we had a separate collision, which now does appear to be cleared. The Major Deegan southbound side, we had delays in for Van Cortlandt Park at an earlier collision at that spot. I'm Tom Kaminsky with the all-new 2017 Subaru Impreza Ground Patrol. Sponsored by Panera Bread. Get Mama Panera Bread.
KPMG.com. If you have difficulty applying through their website, if offered employment, must have legal right to work in the U.S. KPMG offers a comprehensive compensation and benefits package. No phone calls or agency pleas. KPMG, an equal opportunity employer, disability veteran. KPMG maintains a drug-free workplace. 2017 KPMG LLC. The KPMG network of independent member firms affiliated with KPMG International Cooperative. KPMG International, a Swiss entity, all rights reserved.
iHeartRadio is the easy-to-use app for music and radio. The easiest way to get what you want. Listen to your favorite radio station from anywhere. Hear a song on the radio you love, just tap and instantly download it to your phone. That's easy.
Thank you, John, for making music on iHeartRadio.
Plus, creating playlists, also easy. iHeartRadio, the easy-to-use app for music and radio. Download the free iHeartRadio app now.
Now more
Len Vernon and Todd Schmidt in the morning.
on 710 WOR. 841 on busy segment. Turning Point, we have a winner.
We do. We'd like to congratulate regular listener, 23-year-old Catherine Minerva Comac. First caller to correctly identify that this was a Mets chocolate nuts. Turning point of the game. Got the chop on the inside. 1-2. It's moved in the air. Right field. Going to drop. Base hit. One-run scores. They're looking for two. It's firing. It is going to be cut off by Rivera. Right here. The fingers down. 2 runs for in. And the Braves are taking it to Harvey yet again. That was Ender and the RCA 2-run single in the bottom of the fourth that made it 6-3. So Catherine Minerva wins a pair of Mets tickets. Your next chance to win.
But a 23-year-old female.
Correct. That's why I said it.
The ratings just
That's
did
why I
not
That's why I
reflect.
said it. And Natalie said, do you listen just for the Mets or are you a regular listener to the show? She didn't listen to the show anymore.
Yeah, the ratings
That's
just
something.
don't reflect
No, that's
reality.
Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine. Your next chance to win is by listening to the next Mets post-game show on WOR. Coverage tonight in Atlanta. Begins at 6:05. Find out what is the Mets chocolate nuts turning point of the game.
All right, we'll get to Scarborough in a second here. Scarborough has diagnosed Donald Trump with a medical condition.
Okay.
So it's Dr. Scarborough now. He's now a neurologist. But first, Len, we're speaking about the N-word issue.
At Fenway Park with Adam Jones of Baltimore.
Oriole player, and the N-word.
Called the N-word. The CC Matthew said that's the only place he's been
He's heard it as well.
Yeah.
Now, you have a racist story.
Well, I was a sportscaster in Boston when Buckley was on. I remember the big issue that was when they integrated the schools in Boston. And I walk into Fenway Park and I'm accosted by a half a dozen white kids from South Boston. What? Can you believe what those N's are doing?
Really?
They said the word.
Oh, I thought they were calling you a kike or something.
No, they yelled. They said the word so matter-of-factly. Len, you know what those N's are doing at our school? They're coming to our school. They're taking the trophies out of our trophy case. I can't believe they're letting the N's in our school. But they said it so casually, so matter-of-factly. I'm telling you, the blood drained from my face. I've never been faced with that situation in my life where the people were just so blatantly, casually racist. And it blew me away. It's the most unforgettable thing that happened to me in that issue, in that ballpark in Boston.
79? 78,
I'd say 76, 77.
Yeah, all right.
Somewhere. That so casually use that word as if, yeah, that's how we refer to those people. So when you tell me, and you know, Bill Russell, the old Boston Celtic claimed it was a racist town, and it's had that history. So if you were to tell me what ballpark where they threw peanuts at a player and called him the N-word, it would be Fenway, and to their credit, yesterday when he came to the plate, they gave him a nice ovation out of Jones to say, hey, that's not all of us.
And the fans identified for using the racial epithets could be banned for life in Fenway.
Yeah, well, they should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
On to Dr. Joe Scarborough. I've got a feeling, Len, that this could muster up some phone calls here. This could get some people worked up. So Joe Scarborough was on a little bit of a long weekend getaway with Mika Brzezinski, co-host. The big news daughter, by the way. Mika and Joe went away, and I guess they received, maybe they went to Grenada and he got a flash doctorate, a flash medical degree, because apparently Joe Scarborough, who was a former U.S. congressman representing a district in the Florida Panhandle, as a Republican, but Joe Scarborough came back and he's now a neurologist. Because Joe Scarborough, on Monday, he diagnosed Trump with dementia, essentially. Now, listen to the audio. He said, I'm not saying he has dementia. No, you are saying that. Listen to Joe Scarborough.
He started by nobody has asked this question before, but why did we even have a civil war? My mother's had dementia for 10 years. That sounds like the sort of thing my mother would say today. She would say, people don't ask that question. Why did we have a civil war? That's something that a 5-year-old might ask.
Well, he's suggesting that the conflating of Andrew Jackson, who resigned prior to the Civil War, the Trump comment on Andrew Jackson, then also with North Korea calling Kim Jong-un a smart cookie, saying that he'd be honored to meet Kim Jong-un. So he is suggesting, Scarborough on MSNBC suggesting that Trump has dementia. And then I'm not saying he has. So that's like,
I'm not saying that Donald Trump has dementia.
no, you are. You just equated Donald Trump to your mother with dementia. Yes, you are.
But my mother has dementia. She lives in the moment. She forgets what she said a day ago, a week ago. We can't have presidents to do that. And I'm not saying that he has dementia. I will leave that to his physician to figure that out.
Something is wrong.
Something is wrong.
That was me to tell you something's wrong. So Joe, you are planting the seed that you think that President Trump has dementia. I mean, that's absurd. That's out of bounds.
Hang on a second, Mr. Schmidt. Are you not the same Todd Schmidt who insinuated? Well, I was going to get the point. I'm talking.
I was going to bring up Pelosi myself. Let the record show.
I'm talking. Aren't you the same guy who, in a comedic way, kept saying that Hillary Clinton was brain damaged during the campaign on several occasions? He claimed that Hillary Clinton was brain damaged, and like this last week, he said Nancy Pelosi, she must have Alzheimer's. So don't start to, if you live in a glass house, don't start throwing stones, Mr. Schmidt.
In all fairness here, now with Pelosi, I drew exact examples. Like, she went into that bizarre giggling on the opening session of Congress in January. And I said my grandmothers both had dementia, and they would go into this crazy giggling. It was just like, I didn't say she had dementia. I'm saying there's a similarity. And then Pelosi had these weird episodes where she misspoke. She's mispronounced words. Something's up with Pelosi. I don't know what it is. But I've heard she responds. It's really like a 9/11
Don't throw it on me. You're the one who was saying, oh, she's brain damaged. Come on, Todd, he's there.
Let's go to phones on this. What do you think of Joe? We have a little more audio we'll get to next. What do you think of Joe Scarborough? 800-321-0710. 800-321-0710. We'll go to your phone calls next. Traffic first. Bernie Viter's on.
Hey guys, we just hit a snag at the George Washington Bridge. If you're coming inbound, upper level from 1895, disabled truck takes out the HOV lane, approaching the Fletcher Avenue overpass, which is more than told. We've got some very heavy volume heading into that stretch. And if you're heading for the Lincoln Tunnel, that's not great either. It's going to be an hour delay, and you've got 25 to 30 minute delays over at the city-bound Holland Tunnel. South on New York State Thruway, that's jammed from exit 13, heading to and across the Captain Z, had an earlier disabled vehicle. Bruckner westbound by the Bronxter Parkway, the crash there. This report sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. This month at participating Napa Auto Parts stores, Mobile One synthetic motor oils on sale for a great price, $5.79 a quart, keeping your ride running longer, stronger for less. That's Napa know-how. General state pricing, sales prices do not include applicable state, local taxes, or recycling fees. Our next traffic update's coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Nice look now at beautiful weather today. We're on the cool side, but not bad. Breeze makes it feel a little cooler, 62, partly cloudy. Tonight, clear 46, over maybe upper 30s to low 40s. Thursday, freezing clouds, 62. Here comes the change Friday with rain, low 60s. Early 59 at WOR. Your own spray station. Now, here's Joe with a look at today's update.
Ray, 4 suspects arrested for a home invasion on Long Island. President Trump coming to New York tomorrow, and Hillary Clinton explains her presidential loss. Details at 9 on 710 WOR.
The Mets will face their old friend Bartolo Colon in Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Mets and the Braves in Atlanta. Jacob DeGrom will be on the mound for the Mets tonight. Hi, I'm Howie Rose.
And this is Josh Lewis, first pitch from Atlanta tonight, set for 7:35. Steve McCarthy leading off our coverage at 6:05 with Mets on deck.
It's the Mets and Braves right here on 710 WOR.
Mother's Day is next week, and Pro Flowers is offering an amazing special. 100 stunning blooms for mom, plus a free glass vase for $19.99 plus shipping and handling. Go to proflowers.com, click on the blue microphone in the upper right corner, and enter the code 4000. We hurry to incredible deals expires this Friday with fresh flowers, earrings, delivery, gifts and accessories that mom will love. Pro Flowers has everything you need to get your Mother's Day shopping done for all the moms you know. Order now from Pro Flowers to get huge savings. You pick the delivery date, and it's guaranteed or your money back. 100 colorful blooms that's fresh from the field and guaranteed to stay fresh and beautiful for at least 7 days, starting at $19.99. And you'll include a free glass vase. Hurry, Mother's Day is next week, and this incredible special expires this Friday. The only way to get this amazing deal is to go to proflowers.com. Click on the blue microphone in the upper right corner and enter the secret code 4000. That's proflowers.com, secret code 4000.
Hey, what an amazing new summer lunch spot. Try Hornblower's Lady Liberty Lunch. A lavish lunch buffet while soaking up the greatest views of New York. Book now, hornblowerny.com, or call 646-681-4311. Cruises depart from Pier 15 at South Street Seaport.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
It's working great on me. I can't believe it. I've been having a lot of health issues. You know, my muscles, my legs, my knees. So ever since I've been taking this, I've really improved. My blood pressures are way down. My cholesterol go back to normal. I'm in just good shape. I can't believe this thing is good. I even lost 6 pounds when I went to the doctor. And he wants to know what I'm doing to lose 6 pounds. I'm not doing anything. I'm just taking this balance of nature, and it's working out for me. It'll work for anybody. I know.
Take Dr. Howard's Health Challenge and find out how to get 2 free sets of fruits and veggies. We'll even ship them to you free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-2468-751. That's 1-800-2468-751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code WOR.
WOR and WAXQ HD2 New York.
It's the Mets on FNY all season long. Tonight, catch the New York Mets as they take on the Atlanta Braves. Mets versus Braves. Coverage begins tonight at 6:30 only on FNY. Home of the Mets. Get to New York Sports here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Your DNA is like the instruction manual to your body. Pretty cool how much you can deliver from one drop of saliva or even a single strand of your hair. Now, what if these instructions to help you lose weight? Well, this is what thousands have already experienced with NJ Diet. NJ Diet first uses hair saliva and bioenergetic scans to balance your hormones. You will lose weight. I'm talking about 20 to 40 pounds in just 40 days. Now, they use the DNA testing to figure out the rest, the diet and workout plans, eating behaviors, essential vitamins that your body needs to stay healthy. Now, you can even take this personalized care to a primary care doctor, all now to learn how you can lose 20 to 40 pounds in 40 days. 855 NJ Diet. NJ Diet is doctor supervised, no shots, no prepackaged foods, and certainly no surgery. It's a customized weight loss program that is unique to you. All my friends at NJ Diet right now at 855 NJ Diet. Just go to njdiet.com. Locations in New Jersey, Long Island, Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn. NJ Diet utilizes DNA testing to determine your ideal diet plan. Look out for the behavior, specific needs for essential vitamins, and evaluate key genetic metabolic factors to make sure you keep the weight off and stay healthy for the rest of your life. Call Residential or Mortgage at 1-800-636-NLS 3497.
John Lewin and Todd Schmidt in the morning on 710 WOR.
Well, the phone was heated up just a tad. Joe Scarborough and Nika Brzezinski on MSNBC on Morning Joe diagnosing President Trump with dementia. Actually, I want to play this for you, and it was Nika also saying, oh, he's known Trump for years, and he tried to justify his diagnosis here, pointing that he has dementia. I want to go back to something you brought up. You must call me out, though. To me, you diagnosed Hillary Trump. In fact, Dr. Bush is really to have that terrific chemistry. She had to wear terrific chemistry. Yes, she got bleed on the brain. She had to wear concussion glasses. She kept saying over and over as a star. She's great in. But Les always like, Les, I mean, you had, get up where you put it. Get up where you did. Get up where you did. Oh, you know, that's what you're being grenade too. So yes, you think Michael Scarborough, man, she was him. She had bleed on the brain and then over the pressure. She was wearing special concussion glasses. You can call your brain in. She collapsed on a She collapsed on a cool day at the 9/11 commission. Where was the media? Let me ask you a question. Where was the pot calling the kettle black? Where was the media saying that Hillary Clinton has dementia when she was it? Over and over. Where was the media saying that Hillary Clinton had dementia when she claimed that she was shot at? She was under sniper fire. No, you use that as a lie. You can't also claim that's dementia. That was a lie. Wasn't either one or the other. You can't claim both. Here's Nika.
For better or for worse, and no matter what people have thought along the way, we have known this man for a very long time, and we're not seeing the same guy here.
A lot
This is not funny.
So, that's Nika saying you know this guy, so
I think the same guy.
they're suggesting that Trump has dementia on MSNBC on Morning Joe.
Yeah.
To the phone, let's grab Larry in New York City. Hello, Larry. You're on with Len Berman and Todd Schmidt in the morning.
How you doing? I'm calling about, we're talking about Joe Scarborough. I used to watch MSNBC when he first came on, and at least you got a fair assessment of what was going on with the Democrats and the Republicans. Now, he has sold out to the Democrats either for money or for legal. It's so ready to do. And to be a sellout, but you have views. You don't change your views. As a Democrat,
Trump is. Trump was a Democrat at one time. He don't change views. Bloomberg went from Democrat to independent.
Bloomberg was Republican, Democrat, and independent. He was all over the place. Hey, Larry, thank you, buddy.
How about Patrice in Hillside, New Jersey? Hey, Patrice, welcome to the show.
I know when you're playing, I get to speak to you. You're my favorite.
Thanks,
I
Patrice.
hate
Very
that
nice.
Todd guy. That Todd guy's terrible. I hate him.
Is that true, Patrice? Is Todd terrible?
Yes, I email you all the time, Lynn.
Oh, so you complain? Oh, you write Len emails complaining about me.
One of my favorite listeners.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I always wonder if he goes and tells you what I said.
So, would you be happy if they fired me and it was just Len in the morning?
No. We need you.
Okay.
You're very funny.
You're funny. You amuse her.
You're not funny.
But you're funny. So I amuse you. Go ahead, Patrice. What's your point on this issue?
Todd is such a hypocrite. Todd.
Okay, tell me one.
Oh my God, you're so one-sided. First of all, Trump is not acting crazy to you. Are you serious?
Do you think Trump has dementia? Do you think he's got some...
2 days? The first 102 days? But you're not touching your pearls like I am every day. Every day. You really don't think this guy has something wrong?
I don't think he has dementia. I think that Trump is Trump. He hasn't changed. We're seeing the same Trump that we saw when he was on The Apprentice. We're seeing the same Trump that we've seen for decades. The guy's erratic. He's an egomaniac. But not Patrice, thank you. Love you, Patrice. Keep emailing. I think George is in the Bronx. George, you're on with Leonard Todd. Hi.
Yeah, how you doing? Good morning, guys. I know Len like that, so for and stuff and all that stuff, so I go back with Len. But Todd.
Oh, George, we're having a real bad. George, we're having a tough cell phone problem here, George. Can you start again, please, and hold your phone to a tower?
Yeah, I'm just saying that I've gotten with Len for quite some while, but you have fun with it.
Today near 65, mainly clear tonight, mid-40s for the city, 36 to 42 in the suburbs. Tomorrow sunshine to start, then cloud decreasing, thickening up, it's around 60. Wet weather moves in tomorrow night. Rainy day coming up on Friday with highs just near 60.
Celebrating 50 years of news in New York. This is News Radio 880, WCBS, WCBS HD, WCBS FM, HD2, New York.
Good morning on Wednesday, May 3rd. I'm Paul Bernay.
And I'm Wayne Cabot. Good morning. Now the latest. Room sees no confusion on the allergy front. Grass, tree ponds, and out at the same time this year. You're seeing the misery that feels worse than many of them.
President Trump tweets FBI Director James Comey is the best thing that ever happened to Hillary Clinton after Clinton partly blamed Comey for losing the election.
Moderate Republicans will meet with President Trump today and discuss a proposal that could save the Obamacare replacement.
Amtrak meets tomorrow with NBC and the IRR to talk about summer traffic shutdown and sanitation.
Rangers beat the Senators. Game 3 of the series. Yankees win. Next lose.
WCBS News Time, 9 o'clock.
CBS News on Frank says having two Republicans that don't support the Republican health care bill are going to get a sales pitch from the president. Live to the White House and CBS News correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
Earlier this week, the president's top economic aide said he was convinced the votes were there to replace Obamacare. But at the moment, that's still not the case. Many Republicans remain undecided, and nearly enough to kill the measure say they can't support the bill. Two of them are due here for meetings this morning. Michigan Congressman Fred Upton, an influential moderate and former committee chair, now proposes to set aside millions of dollars to offset higher premium costs for those with pre-existing conditions. The bill's fate may hinge on how his GOP colleagues respond to that idea.
The Senate investigation into ties between Russia and people close to the president will hear from a key witness next week. Ex-top Justice Department official Sally Yates is expected to have a lot to say about former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, who belatedly registered as a Russian agent after he was fired. CBS's Jeff DeGaze has more on the story.
Members of the Senate Intelligence Committee boarded buses to CIA headquarters in Langley, Virginia, where they were briefed on sensitive information related to the investigation into Russian interference.
Former employees are leveling serious charges against a military security contractor. CBS's Vicki Barker is live with that.
Sally Port Global was hired to guard American F-16 fighter jets at an Iraqi airbase. But when this worker reported illegal alcohol smuggling to his boss,
if you don't like the job that you're doing, maybe you ought to find somewhere else to work.
and former contractors claim the company failed to pass on evidence of theft, security violations, and apparent sex trafficking.
Well, we finally got the idea that they were hiding all this stuff from the U.S. government. I mean, it was mind-blowing.
Sally Port's paycheck from the Pentagon, nearly $700 million. Frank.
On the Weather Watch, towns across the Midwest are bracing for more rain and new flooding. Parts of Eureka, Missouri are already underwater as the Big River rises to what could be a record crest. A massive sandbagging effort is underway.
I totally feel like every bag that we're laying down here gives these people hope. That's what we're here for. I'm here to bring hope.
The Justice Department will not charge two Baton Rouge police officers in the fatal shooting of a black man. Members of Alden Sterling's family are outraged.
Through a statement, Edwards' family says the chief's decision was a good first.
We're still suffering like it happened yesterday.
The police chief in Bald Springs, Texas, has fired Officer Roy Oliver for the fatal shooting of unarmed white teenager Jordan Edwards. KRLD's Austin York has that.
Through a statement, Edwards' family says the chief's decision was a good first step, but they want Oliver arrested and charged with murder.
The first in a series of reports on the labor market shows that private employers added 177,000 jobs in April. S&P futures are down 3 points. This is CBS News. New York's trusted source for news and information. We are WCBS News Radio 80.
60 degrees right now with the sunshine, mix of sun, clouds, and a breezy day ahead of a chilly night, and then the rain is moving in. Trend to a high of 65 today, 9:03.
WCBS Transit Alert, now 30-minute delays on NJ Transit in and out of Penn Station because of Amtrak repair work, they say. And that's going to be the norm as we go forward. We know now the Amtrak repair plan is going to close 2 sections of Penn Station track for 44 days over the summer. NJ Transit, along with Long Island Railroad, are working on the timetables to reflect that painful makeover, which starts on July 7th. So you can see they're having problems already. Tracks at Penn carry hundreds of trains every single day. The Times report, some of the infrastructure goes back to the 70s. Transit advocate Jim Cameron tells WCBS the need for an action plan has been clear for years.
We've been warned for it a decade now, at least, that the infrastructure of our railroads and our bridges was getting a failing grade. Unfortunately, it was just accomplished derailment as trains were entering and leaving Penn Station that caught our attention. Amtrak and Jersey Transit, due to conditions there.
Again, this morning, trains in and out of Penn Station after 30-minute delays on New Jersey Transit, blaming Amtrak track work. And we're seeing on Twitter, people are saying this is literally an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, this is not even really the summer track work. We're set up until July 7th. They're still doing the repairs after the derailment that they had. So on it goes, a little taste of what's to come. And the latest on this on WCBS, we'll be checking in with Jim Tillman. They'll be coming up at 9:08. It's 9:04. And then there's the pollen this year, a matter of timing. WCBS reporter Sean Adams has more on Allergy Watch this morning. You can see it, a green dusting on your car. You might feel it, itchy eyes, scratchy throat, running. Breaking news at once. I'm Joe Martin at 710 WOR and News Radio Station.
Your shot at $1,000. Yeah. Text the word BILL to 200-200. You'll receive a confirmation text. Standard messaging data rates apply. That's BILL to 200-200.
710 WOR.
Broadcasting live from the iHeartRadio studios in Tribeca. Lenny Garman and Saji Schmidt in the morning on 710 WOR.
Natalie, would you mind trying to get Ray on the cell phone? Now, Ray is one of our fabulous associate producers, but he called in sick today.
How many do we have?
We've got 87.
How do you keep track of them?
Ray's out today. Called in sick. I can give a story. We've got to run. We called Ray. No, not one. It's related.
Oh,
We call Ray into the studio, but he's not here. He's sick.
I'm calling convalescing.
Probably full of hands.
Poor guy has a day off.
Well, I always want to check up on Ray.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm doing now. Well, check in on Ray. Make sure one of our team colleagues is okay.
By the way, there's that trees all that he does. He has to email all the time. That would be fun to see. If you want to email Todd, you'll be directly to the door. You can email Todd. You go to our website, WOR.com. Email him directly. Tell him how funny he is. Or just reach that way. Email me directly. Tell me how I'm the one who knows is right. These arguments.
Email us directly. If you go to our website, go to landcom.com. Scroll to the very bottom of the page. So we've got all the great content and videos and stories we talked about on our webpage. It's updated all the time. Every day, every hour, we put new material on the website. But if you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page, you'll see email Len, email Tom. You can even email Joe, as a matter of fact. I don't know. We'll put that up there.
I'm laughing because Natalie said that Ray is not picking up his phone because he's probably listening to the show. He doesn't want to be bothered by you.
No, maybe Steve sick.
That poor guy is calling. He left a voicemail.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, the reason why I want you to get Ray on is Ray is a humongous Patriots fan.
What's your Patriots?
I want to know if Ray has any plans on bidding on Aaron Hernandez's SUV. If the SUV involved in the double murder,
Like what?
The auction today, maybe that's why you took that penalty.
on eBay. Yeah. Where did I see this? Out of Boston Herald.
NFL star Aaron Hernandez. How do I find you? Yes, search Facebook of Aaron Hernandez. This is the SUV that prosecutors say that Aaron Hernandez was in when he killed two men in 2012. I guess it must be very violent for that. Now, ultimately, this is the city of Twitter. Oh, we didn't have him. Yes. Ray! Oh, Ray. How are you, Ray? Good morning. How are you? How you feeling? I was so concerned with your well-being. Well, I get being sick, and my allergies and that is all one moment. I get that hard, but I'm on that. Your phone sounds under the weather. What are you talking to? His hand? Yeah, exactly. What do you get by the chief person? I wanted to get you on the phone because have you heard that the SUV, the Toyota 4Runner that Aaron Hernandez was in the 2012 murder, a car dealer now has that Toyota 4Runner and he's putting it on eBay. It's amazing that they could find this thing after they couldn't find it for 5 years before you guys heard of it, guys. Now all of a sudden everybody's got it. How did you get it? He was acquitted, Ray. That's a good point, yeah. But everyone believes that he did it still. It's like an OJ did. So Aaron did it, but now are you interested? You're such a never revealed your collector and you're into the matrix. Are you going to make a move to try to pin us to the 4Runner on eBay? You know what? Maybe we can make a bid on it and we're like, put it on all kids and let's up there like Jerry. That would be great. As of last night, all this reported that more than 60 people in place did the 4Runner as of last night. Unless he puts down, I don't know how they feel about murder for millions. You know, I think not his car, other person. Well, thanks, Greg. I'll take a look for it. Is there something on Red that you would be interested in? I mean, this is what you want. You know, I don't know if I can say something like that, but you are looking for a new car, aren't you? And I'm not looking for a car except because it's done. I have a lot of miles on it, things like that. You know, I thought you were really doesn't have a lot of baggage. I thought you were looking for a new car. Does it have a gun case in it? Oh, well. All right, Ray. Hey, you feel better, pal. Oh, you're coming back tomorrow? I was just going to take the rest of the day. I'll be back tomorrow. All right, Ray. Thank you, buddy. Take care. Big three stories here on a Wednesday. Well, the one doing today in Washington. James Comey. Just testified before the Senate. So, yes, the budget issue was a victory, and so the Democrats get health care floating around this week as well. Hillary Clinton called. And the election was on October 27th. She would be president. Of course, back on Twitter, she wouldn't. And rather, just goes to what I said, like when Hillary Clinton announced she was running. Whenever she was convinced that she was running. Well, that too. There you go, see? Proof my point. Rounding up the big three, more on the night and robber. What was the motive? Well, heroin. So they were staring up the team on Long Island High Court. And coming up in about 35 minutes, that's second baseman Neil Walker. Live. You know, we're going to be plugging Neil Walker and they are. I took them on the break. I want to bring one for Julie. You know, I have my wife really comes in. She does. She loves to show houses. To get Walker. She was using pants. Something you all want to extend wearing like Chanel gloves. Your wife wants to. Is it a burberry glove? Your wife is going to wear the pants. Your wife can wear the Arcadi gloves. Cleaning around the kitchen. More observations on the Long Island Night Point burglary, the robbery story. It really stressed out, and you know, one of the things happened was talked about this at the 7 o'clock hour. So you had 18 robberies, and cops finally busted this trio on Monday night after 18 hold-up, and it was at a fast diet downtown. They tried to grab my cooking point. Just like Donald Trump and Jimmy Bush on the bus. They tried to grab my cooking point. That's like Bucky the Whale. Make that stop calm down. So anyway, cops nailed that. But it turns out that the female, whose name is Juliana Castiglione, He has a very odd car, and it's a Hyundai Tiburon, a 2006. It's just a weird-looking car, and it turns out that the car was spotted at some of the robbery locations over the months, and even some surveillance video picked up this car, so they had an idea that they were looking for this car, which you just look at it, you know that it's a Hyundai Tiburon. I don't think the car sold very well. And in fact, apparently only 200 in a city the size of this. What do we have? What, 15, 20 million people?
In a dollar, yeah.
In the marketplace. Only 200 Hyundai Tiburons are in New York City and Long Island as far as vehicle registration.
Certainly 12, 13, 14, 15.
I mean, only 200 of this car. Look, the moral story is, if you're going to the car as a getaway vehicle, you might want to get a more ubiquitous vehicle. You know, something that's a little more common instead of this odd-looking Hyundai Tiburon. And they even pulled the car over 13 days ago, and the other accomplice is Paul Drab. The cops busted him on drug possession. He had drugs in the car, apparently. And the cops slapped a GPS tracker on the vehicle. So then they were tracking it, and they tracked it to the Carvel the night of the robbery, so they're monitoring these guys. And as they take the bus after the robbery, the female who owns the car, she's shooting up the heroin in the car. What a bunch of losers. Unbelievable.
We got emails from Danny Ryan,
that's why I had
yeah, he sent me a Boston apparently.
Thank you, Brian.
Email. I love it.
Usually we're up on it. I forgot my story last night.
There's nothing again and stuff.
Now, you ready for the latest health issue, health care?
Has to do with Trump's dementia.
Nope.
No, no, I don't.
Well, if you go back to March, we discussed this. Remember the story back in gluten-free craze? What does your daughter say about this? Your daughter said that the whole gluten-free craze is driving chefs and restaurants crazy because it's bogus, it's BS. The only people that really need to be gluten-free are those that do suffer from celiac disease. And I have a cousin that suffers from celiac. Everyone else, this is like the diet of the month, the big fad, I'm gluten-free. That's what we have a friend down in Florida. I want to take the menu and whack her over the head with gluten. There's no reason why you don't. And it's like, only when it's convenient, gluten-free. So if we all order pasta dishes and they come to the table and it looks delicious, guess who's the first one? So if they're all gluten-free when they order their item, you're not gluten-free on the menu, and the order's wrong, and then take it off our pasta dish. That's like that. You ready to go in?
Yeah, I'm here.
So back in March, we had the story that if you were gluten-free, that it raised your risk of type 2 diabetes. Remember that? And now we have a new one out. Last night.
Already great, so this must be bad news. This must be gluten-free is bad news. Because you're a big smile.
Now the latest is that gluten-free diet increases your risk of heart disease.
Oh, I'm so happy about that.
Oh, yay! Well, there are people that need to be gluten-free. There are celiac, but the rest of it just is
Oh, this is bad.
well, it's
People think it's less or less whatever. You know, I go to a restaurant where they have gluten-free pasta. Some pancakes, right? Who knows?
Anyway, new research is showing that with the risk of heart disease. Well, some phony baloney gluten-free crap. 9:17, let's grab some traffic, and then guess what's next? Moron. That would be it. Moron to the news. Next, great file today on 710 WOR. Bernadette Fighter with traffic now.
Hey guys, now 30-minute delays on New Jersey Transit into and out of New York Penn Station and congestion. And if you're heading to the Pass train, they've got delays Newark into World Trade Center both ways, in fact, all because of some equipment problems that they're dealing with. Still really slow on the stop on New York State Thruway from exit 13, the Palisades heading to and across the Tappan Zee Bridge. Now those of you that are heading to for the George Washington Bridge. On the upper level, it's about 25. Same story for the lower over at the Lincoln Tunnel into the city. It's 45. The Holmes should be 15 to 20 from either approach. Head down to the Bruckner westbound heading towards the Bronxter Parkway. We've had a crash there now for quite some time. And also really slow on the Bronxter Parkway southbound into 95 with the delays extending from that accident. Cross Island northbound, that's heading Union Turnpike into Northern Boulevard. SDR Drive still very busy in both directions, especially on the southbound side from the RSK Triborough Bridge down to the 30s. Had a crash there earlier. Northbound as well, delays into the 30s. Our next traffic update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Rain on the move. It'll get here Friday. Not too bad of a morning this morning. We'll breeze after 45 this afternoon. Breezy 62. Tonight clear 46. Summer colder. If you get into the upper 30s, I guess that's cold. Increasing clouds 62 on Thursday. And rain Friday, currently 59 at WOR. I mean, you're all just race safety now. Here's Glenn with the
Well, Ray, Matt Harvey struggled as the Mets lost to Atlanta 9-7. Harvey allowed 6 runs over 5 in the third. Jay Bruce homered twice in the loss, including a 9th-inning grand slam. Jacob DeGrom's on the mound tonight against the Braves. Coverage on WOR begins at 6:05. Aaron Judge and Brett Gardner both had 2 home runs, leading the Yankees to an 11-5 win over Toronto. Judge now has 12. Masahiro Tanaka got the win. And the Rangers got a much-needed win. Beating Ottawa 4-1 at the Garden, the Rangers now trail the series 2-1. Now, here's Joe with today's top story. Alrighty, Lance. 4 suspects arrested after a home invasion on Long Island. FBI Director James Comey goes before Congress today, and Hillary Clinton says Comey was one of the reasons why she lost the presidential election. Details at 9:30 on 710 WOR.
I went downstairs to check my email, and I could not remember where the keys were. Never had imagined that I could have a brain tumor. The Valley Institute for Brain Surgery in Richwood, New Jersey routinely performs complicated neurosurgical procedures. Within 2 weeks after this surgery, I was back to living life again. And it's all because of Valley. See how Valley saved what really matters to Amy at mystory.valleyhouse.com. The good news? Our business is growing. Bad news? We have to hire again.
Searching.
Where do we look?
What if we hire the wrong person? Actually, we could use ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter?
ZipRecruiter makes hiring fast and easy. With one click, our job will be posted to 100 leading job sites. But are the candidates any good? You bet. As soon as we post our job, ZipRecruiter starts identifying the best matches and notifies them to apply, all within minutes. Well,
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates fast with ZipRecruiter. Find out why ZipRecruiter has been used by hundreds of thousands of businesses in a variety of industries nationwide. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/work. That's ZipRecruiter.com/work. ZipRecruiter.com/work.
If you wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and you see bags and puffiness on your eyes, my friend, it's going to make you look older. And it's a problem for millions of American men and women. Unless you use Genucell, the plant stem cell technology from Chamonix, it really works. It works for me. It works for my wife, Jean, as well. Susan from New Jersey tried it, and she right now, I've been using Genucell for a couple of months. The puffiness around my eyes is gone. Even the crow's feet and small lines have disappeared, and they haven't come back. I love your product. You're going to love it too, and you're going to love it immediately because you'll see instant effects. You'll see results in the first 12 hours, and that's guaranteed to get your money back. So give it a try. See those results in the first 12 hours. Get guaranteed your money back. And right now until Mother's Day, you can get a 3-month supply of Genucell if you order now. That's right, I said free. If you order now, too, the shipping is also free. Here's the number, 800-525-4989, 800-525-4989. If you order right now, you'll get a second luxury Mother's Day gift for free, too. 800-525-4989, 800-525-4989. If you or anyone you know is 75 or older and you have life insurance, you must hear this. If you're 75 or older, you may be able to get cash now for your policy. That's right, you can collect cash now for your life insurance policy and use the cash however you want. Many Americans stop paying their premiums and even go bankrupt because of mounting medical bills from serious illnesses like cancer. Well, now there's a better option. You can stop making payments and actually get cash now for your policy. Don't let your coverage lapse. Call 800-376-1790 now and see how much cash you can get for your policy. You can use the money to pay bills, cover medical expenses, or anything you like. This could be your golden opportunity to live better in your retirement years.
Just call 800-376-1790 and see how much cash you can get now. Call 800-376-1790 and find out how much cash you can get for your life insurance policy for free. Call 800-376-1790. That's 800-376-1790. 800-376-1790. What a beautiful smile.
When's the last time you heard that? People with missing teeth see their lifespan transform with dental implants. They are attractive, comfortable, and secure, just like your real teeth. And now, for a limited time, they are only $1,499. Call Contemporary Dental Implant Center at 212-651-9948 to schedule a free consultation. Dental implants are changing the way people live. With them, people are rediscovering the comfort and confidence to eat, speak, laugh, and enjoy life. This limited time price of only $1,499 includes the implant, post, and crown. Call now, 212-651-9948. 212-651-9948. Their highly trained specialists have 9 convenient locations throughout New York and Connecticut. Call 212-651-9948. 212-651-9948 to schedule a free consultation or visit cdic.com.
Len Lemon and Todd Schmidt in the morning.
It's Morons in the News!
Now, this would be the time that we launch into the morons, but apparently Len has an email that he just received, and he wanted a couple of seconds prior to the morons.
Well, we were talking about the winner of the Turning Point contest this morning. It was a 23-year-old woman. Yep. And research says, well, that's not your demographic, but it apparently is. So she's listening. I just got this email from a woman named Alyssa Z. I'm 23, just graduated from college. You guys keep me alive at my insurance job. Huge fan. Can't believe it. Yes, I think you're better than Todd with those numbers. Very cute. Thanks, Alyssa. Love you. Okay, go ahead, Laura.
I still love you too, Alyssa. Thanks.
Yes, please, and what did it email you? We were telling people how to email us, and now it's flooded with emails that have answers.
I don't know what this reporter was thinking. You see what happened to a reporter at WXIA television in Atlanta? That's 11 Alive.
Yeah.
11 Alive Atlanta. You know, they still use 11 Alive.
They do.
Channel 11, WPIX here in the city. They used 11 Alive back in like 1976.
Does that sound 11 Alive?
It sounds like 1976.
11 Alive.
Back in New York. Back in New York, they used to, here in the city, 11, they used to have jingles. They used to be 11 Alive.
Do they still say My 9? What the hell does that mean, My 9?
Well, the My thing was sort of a TV network deal. That was
My 9?
Yeah. That's the moniker for the TV station. Anyway, a reporter for WXIA television. This is the NBC channel in Atlanta.
Sure, know it well.
She's resigned. Right? Well, turns out that Valerie Hobb was trying to track down a guy named Curtis Rivers, who had posted a video of a confrontation on Twitter between a police officer punching a black motorist and a traffic stop that happened back in April. So she goes to this guy's Twitter feed, this Curtis Rivers, and notices that he's using the N-word. This guy Curtis is a black guy. He's using the N-word all over his Twitter feed.
Right.
And this guy Curtis apparently even has a note, all these news N-words, N-word ending in an A instead of ER.
Right.
So he's calling these news Ners are trying to get a hold of me, asking for permission to use the video. So she sends this guy a direct message on Twitter, and she writes in the direct message, please call this news.
And she calls herself that.
Yes, she calls it.
But she's white.
She's white, and he was saying that all these news N-words were trying to get a hold of him.
Right.
And in the direct message, please call this news and a LOL of 11 Alive, which is the video, and now he is out of a job. Well, she resigned. I'm guessing she was told to resign.
Really? Over that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, she was trying to be cute.
Yeah, I don't know. That awful.
Because the guy, Curtis, was trying to say that all the news stations, and he refers to them as all these news N's.
I admire her tenacity trying to track down a video.
All right.
She needs tenacity to go find a new job now.
She does. Hey, in Alabama, Pullman, Alabama, C-U-L-L-M-A-N, a woman was unhappy because she believed her boyfriend was cheating on her. So, she prayed. And her prayers were answered. She had a thoughtful prayer a night of faith. So what did she do? She jumped on the guy's car, up and down until she smashed the windshield. This is just in a parking lot where people are standing around watching and taming her. She's jumping up and down, stomping on the windshield, breaking it, and then she smashed into the car's sunroof, all because of a kind of thoughtful prayer. Barbara Emily Lowry, and while she's doing this, people are just calmly shooting video on their phone.
Hey, I'm not going to eat lunch. I'm going to figure I want to see this. This is good. They get aggressive now. Fall to that windshield.
They're just calmly saying, oh, this is, I was going to go to lunch. I'm going to watch this. And so she just jumped up and down this woman and she smashed the windshield. That's the thoughtful prayer. Isn't that lovely? She was arrested.
You know what that is, Len? Any idea?
Wood chipper.
How do you know?
Because I had a story about a wood chipper, so I was just guessing.
Here's another wood chipper.
Yeah.
You know what? When you need wood chipper sound effects, YouTube is loaded.
By the way, I wouldn't have used that. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't see the story that you're about to do. Right out of Fargo, right?
It is. That wood chipper scene in Fargo is one of the best.
Hilarious. The guy is a wood chipper.
And I told you the story that a good friend of ours down in Tampa is one of the foremost specialists in wood chipper accident litigation in the nation. He is a defender. He's a wood chipper.
He defends the people who are caught up in the wood chippers, or the people who are...
He defends the companies that make the wood chippers.
Wow.
Yes, he's one of the foremost in the country. Salem, Oregon, 26-year-old man faces accusations he attacked a co-worker at a tree company from behind and tried to push him head first into the wood chipper.
Yes, about nice. Oh, boy.
Police arrested Scott Iverson on charges of attempted murder and assault before three attacks took place Thursday last week at 1 p.m. on a job site. The 22-year-old victim was standing behind his running wood chipper. When he brushed him with Scott Iverson grabbed him from behind and put him in a chokehold while pushing the upper torso over into the table of the wood chipper head first. Let it push and shove head first into the WR wood chipper. I wouldn't expect that. Why do you think that? More people in custody and for home invasion on Long Island. Arrived at the home farming village, the suspect was fleeing. One of the guys ran head on into a police car.
It's like chaos. There was just like cops up and down the street.
Not focusing the taser on one of the suspects to him. The husband of a Brooklyn race victim says his family Australia. And there will be a protest, of course, outside the President Tower on Fifth Avenue. Trump will stay overnight in Bedminster.
Is he going to drop by Chuck Scarborough? Is he going to drop by Joe Scarborough's place so Joe can get the hands-on dementia diagnosis?
Yeah.
Any word on that?
He may. There's a lot of people who have diagnosed the president with a number of illnesses here.
Hey, Chuck Scarborough and Joe Scarborough, no relation, right?
I've never heard of him.
And it's sort of an odd name, because I don't know many Scarboroughs. Those are the only two guys I've ever heard of. I've heard of that, but Chuck and Joe, not related in any fashion, I think, Tom.
Are you going? Guys, I'm sorry.
That's right. President Trump is heading for the wood chipper.
I think you're too excited.
Well, just now.
Something's going on here.
President Trump says Hillary Clinton is making excuses for her White House loss. Twitter last night the blast president for blaming her election loss in large part on the letter by FBI Director James Comey late in the campaign. President Trump tweeting, FBI Director Comey was the best thing that ever happened to Hillary Clinton, saying he gave her a free pass, adding, perhaps Trump just ran for great. Comey, by the way, will go before the Senate Judiciary Committee today. He's been called to Capitol Hill, where he talks about a number of issues, including the ongoing investigation into the alleged meddling in the U.S. election by Moscow. Don't expect to get much from him on that.
And how about Megyn Kelly headed to interview Vladimir Putin?
Part of a forum.
She's going to moderate Megyn Kelly?
Yeah. Well, they were trying to get her. As you know, they announced Kardashian cover for so I think they'd rather get something with a meteor over an NBC.
I'm guessing that Vladimir Putin would like to get her.
There you go again. There's one on campus. You and Colbert making those sexual references.
9:35, Glenn and Todd, 710 WOR. Two big segments on the way.
Neil Walker is next. The best second baseman will join us live to talk about his batting gloves, which he's giving away Sunday.
And a whole lot. The final big segment next on 710 WOR. Traffic is on. Here's Bernie Binder.
Thanks, guys. We've got some pretty big delays now with New Jersey Transit into and out of New York Penn Station. 30 minutes it's going to cost you. It's all because of the ongoing Amtrak maintenance. Looks like congestion involved now on the southbound side of the New York State Thruway. It's easing out heading towards the Westchester Bound Tappan Zee Bridge. EWB's not terrible either. It's about 15 minutes for either deck. Over at the Lincoln Tunnel, you're 20 minutes and 15 to 20 from either approach at the city-bound Holland Tunnel. In Rutherford, Route 3 eastbound by Route 17, look out for a crash. Also northbound Garden State Parkway, still really busy. Exit 132, taking up towards exit 139. We've had a crash in Union for a long time now along the right side of the roadway, so that's definitely very heavy for you. Street cleaning rules are in effect for today citywide. This report is sponsored by Napa Auto Parts. April showers bring May flowers. May showers, they just bring more rain. So head to Napa Auto Parts for $8 off when you buy a pair of Bosch Evolution wiper blades. Buy 2 Bosch wiper blades and save $8 per pair. That's Napa know-how at Napa Auto Parts stores. Offers players 531.17. Our next roundup update is coming up in 15 minutes. Now let's take a look at the WOR Weather Channel forecast.
Pretty good looking morning so far. Temperatures not too bad. Against the west wind, partly cloudy 62 with that wind this afternoon. Tonight, clear 46 suburbs, a little chillier. Thursday, sun to cloud, 62. Rain on Friday, early, 59. And double warm. I'm meteorologist Ray Stevens.
Tonight's full stage, they're all transferring Polo Cologne in Game 3 of the 4-game series between the Mets and the Braves in Atlanta. Jacob DeGrom will be on the mound for the Mets tonight. Hi, I'm Howie Rose.
And this is Josh Lewin, first base of Atlanta tonight. That's for 7:35. Marcy leads off our coverage at 6:05. The Mets on deck.
It's the Mets and Braves right here on WOR.
Hi, I'm Brian Scudamore from 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Goodbye, junk. Hello, release. Oh, you've heard the radio app.
Please come in. We love those ads.
There you go. All you have to do is point.